Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of our daily Litter Media Live program. Live on YouTube. We'll be hooked up as well here on our Litter Media Facebook, and you're also listening to us on Litter Media Radio. I'm Mike Smith, and my cohort in crime next to me is Aaron Glandon.
The Robin to your Batman.
And you were probably about that. Well, no, Batman probably wasn't 65 when he was fighting crime. But
No.
Robin was a good bit younger. What did they call him? His trusted ward or something like that?
The Burt Ward version?
Yeah.
In the 60s? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Robin's a lot younger than I am, though, in the comic books.
Really? How old was Robin in the comic book?
He was just a teenager when he was orphaned, and then Bruce Wayne adopted him and trained him to become Robin.
Gotcha. And now you know. Whether you wanted to or not, now you know. Good to have you with us today. Beautiful day yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was driving to Zanesville, the forecast was not for rain to happen until late last night. But there was a storm that went through Columbus as I was going up Route 37 to hit 70. I thought, was that lightning that I saw? And big dark clouds. And, yeah, it followed me all the way to Zanesville. And I think I had been in the gymnasium 10 minutes, and it opened up. I could hear the rain on the roof of the gymnasium. So it, for those that live north of where we are right now, they got a little bit earlier shower. But most of us saw the rain in the overnight hours. So what about today? Well, that rain that we were looking for mostly was, as we said, in the early morning hours. We are expecting some cloudy skies throughout the day today. You might see a pop-up shower possibly this afternoon. We're expecting a high of 51, but that will be around 1 o'clock today, and then temperatures will start to dip. Some sunshine for Friday with a high of 52, but then we cool off for the weekend back into the 40s on Saturday and 30s, overnight low of 18 on Sunday before back up in the 40s next week. It's Ohio, folks. If you don't like the weather, stick around. It'll change. When we come back, a bunch of things to talk about in our daily topics, as well as sports all ahead here on Litter Media Live. First of all, Scioto Valley Dumpsters, 253-8389 for a free quote. Mr. Gerhardt will be happy to accommodate you, whether you need the dumpster for a day, a week, two, and in some cases, if you can make the arrangements, they might even help load that dumpster if you've got a cleanup project in and around your house. I haven't talked about this in a while, but if you're watching this live, you see the map, Ross County with a little star on it, but the ghost map shows you that there are contiguous counties that Scioto Valley Dumpsters also covers. Give them a call if you live in the area, if you need an orange dumpster for that big cleanup project near you.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number, save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, created in the memory of Bryant Beans Butt, call 740-703-0611 or email jimbutt at jbutt6355@gmail.com. And I was just telling you over the ad break, I forgot to select a pet of the week for today's show.
Mm-hmm.
So keep an eye out on your YouTube and on your Facebook, and we'll have that segment up later today, but it won't be in this show because I made a mistake.
Well, we usually do the pet of the week on Thursday, our player of the week on Friday. So,
Right.
But Aaron will get that taken care of. So it'll just give you another reason to keep checking out Litter Media later today.
Exactly.
Here's our topics for the day, and we come right out of the gate reminding you that you can check our website at littermedia.com for all of the beneficial news that you can use. And we've been getting a ton of shares on that avian flu story. I think last time I saw we were up to like 50 different shares on that. So a lot of people with some obvious interest in that story. Top of the news today, the Chillicothe Fire Department is looking for full-time employees. If you're watching again on YouTube or Facebook, here you can see all of the description of what they are looking for, various categories in employment at all three of the stations, fire stations here in Chillicothe. For more information, check out our website or actually our social media site post on this, or you can just call the fire chief and find out what it is that they are looking for. I think we told you about this last month, but this is an update on the Chillicothe Ross Public Library Northside Branch renovation. And again, for those on radio, you can't see it, but for those watching, here are some pictures of the upgrades, the updates that are still taking place, the progress that's been made, and things are moving along smoothly, and they still are looking at April as a reopening for the Northside Branch Library. So for a lot of you folks that utilize that particular branch library for your library services, be patient. Progress is being made, and they still plan to get open. If you'd like to get more details on that and see some other photos, just simply go to the CRCPL website, which is the Chillicothe Ross Public Library.
Southeastern High School FFA Community Breakfast is Friday, February 28th from 5 to 9 a.m. Hit up this QR code for takeout orders. It is a $5 donation, but dig deeper because they're raising money for the United Way of Ross County. Do I have the next one, too?
You got the next one.
There's a Rummage sale and Girl Scout cookie sale March 1st from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Grateful Acres in Circleville. And I need to go to this because I love Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you're not familiar with Grateful Acres, Grateful is spelled G-R, the number 8, T-F-U-L. But that's what it stands for, Grateful Acres up there in Circleville. So check that out.
Do you have a favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Oh, golly. I don't even know what the name of it is. I just know what it tastes like. It's a shortbread type cookie.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those ones are good.
And what I do, I get chocolate icing and dip them in that. Shortbread and chocolate icing and a glass of white milk, man, I get real stupid real quick. Fayette Regional Humane Society has their upcoming spay and neuter clinics. It's not a particular date. It's just this is a service that they have open, dogs and cats in Fayette County. And for those of you that live in Clinton, Highland, and Ross County, it's cats only. This service includes the annual vaccine, rabies vaccine, and microchip implanted. Does Chuck have that?
I don't know.
Well, he's your cat.
What does the microchip do?
Well, that way if they get lost, you can find them.
I
think they put it under their collar, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think Chuck has that.
Okay.
Because he's an indoor cat. He doesn't go anywhere.
But so he's not one of those that when the door opens for you to come in or go out, he's ready to dart out the door.
No. So he's gotten into the hallway of my building before, but then he just came right back.
Yeah. My daughter's 2 cats. I can stand there with the door wide open, and they won't go.
Yeah.
They've been trained. I don't know what's out there, but I'm not going.
Well, Chuck
Yeah.
used to live outside. 'Cause
Mm.
He was a rescue, so I
see.
think he doesn't want to go back out there.
Gotcha. But Fayette Regional Humane Society also wanted to give a big shout out to Bissell Pet Foundation because they're putting up the money to help make this happen. And Aaron, I can't see it because of the camera. What's the phone number if they need to call?
740-335-8126.
All right. The June and Bill Ankrum and Milt Emerine Scholarship Fund was established for those who remember these two families, lifelong Pickaway County residents, and they have scholarship money available for Circleville High School seniors or to be graduate of Circleville High School. That's one of the eligibilities. And you also must be participating in any post-secondary school, including technical, vocational college, or university. Applicants must have maintained a minimum of a 2-point GPA on a 4-point GPA scale and apply March the 31st. That's the deadline. You can get more information by going to yourpccf.org/scholarships.
Employers across Ohio are about to discover one of the biggest untapped resources in the workforce. The Talent You're Missing Employer Forum and Networking event will take place on April 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Adams County Business and Training Center. This transformative event will highlight the immense value of fair chance employment, showcasing how hiring individuals with non-traditional backgrounds can strengthen businesses and communities alike. Camp Cattail has released their calendar of events for the summer and fall. To get started, Kids Camp for those aged 6 through 18 with disabilities runs June 2nd through the 6th, and Adult Camp for those age 18 and over with disabilities is June 9th through the 12th.
They do a great job every year out at Camp Cattail. Brady Ratzlaff, who's been involved with that for so many years, just looking at their schedule, looks like October 18th is their last particular event, but they do a great job every year, and we salute those at Camp Cattail. We've been telling you our road reports will make a comeback in the month of March. Well, we're starting a little bit earlier because of a big project that's coming this Saturday. At about 1 p.m., Bay Crane will be bringing the oversized dryer load through Circleville to Sofadil on the predetermined route, State Route 22 West, bound to south on Pickaway Street to west on Ohio Street, then south on Court Street to US 23. And yes, motorists, expect delays if you're up there in the Circleville area at about 1 o'clock this Saturday. You guys will repeat this tomorrow because it's kind of one of those, like the super loads that we kept seeing last spring and summer. Well, this is another one of those coming your way on Saturday. Sports coming up, a lot to tell you about from the high school circuit and what's happening in the college and pros, all ahead on Litter Media Live.
First, we want to tell you about Haynes Total Healthcare Center. They're celebrating 50 years of serving the chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs of the community. Click on this ad anywhere you see it on littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website to learn more, hayneshealth.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
All right, moving into sports. Girls high school tournament basketball last night, down 34-33 after three quarters. The Avon Lake Shore Gals went on an 8-0 run to start the final period and never trailed again en route to a 47-37 Division III regional semifinal victory that ended the Unioto Lady Sherman season at 21-5. Avon Lake now faces St. Vincent St. Mary Saturday at 1 in Zanesville for the regional championship after Akron St. Vincent St. Mary edged Bloom Carroll 42-39 in a nail-biter. Everybody thought St. Vincent St. Mary would absolutely destroy Bloom Carroll. Bloom had a rough season, but they caught fire at the end of the year. I think they went into this game with a record of like 12 or 13-12 or something like that, but only lost by 3, and the game was close all the way through. So tip of the cap to the Lady Bulldogs of Bloom Carroll for a fine tournament run, but they bow out yesterday. Also last night in our Litter Media radio broadcast, Dan Ramey was down at Jackson as the Huntington boys fell to Peebles 59-50 in the D6 district semi. Huntington closed its season with a record of 8-15, while the Peebles Indians improved to 11-12, and now the Indians will move on to the Convo in Division 6. Here's a rundown of other high school tournament games last night as we bounce back to the ladies' Division 5 regional semis. Fairland beat Waynesville because they had to go to the Southwest for their regional, but Lady Dragons winning that one 59-46. Minford beat Belmont Union Local 47-31, and the defending regional champs Portsmouth Lady Trojans beat Tuscarawas Valley 48-35. Boys action out of the Central District, Division 5, Afa-Centric over Liberty Union, 64-39. Division 6, of course, we already told you about Peebles over Huntington, but North Adams beat Rock Hill 72-59. And in Division 7, it was Notre Dame over Greene, 36-30, and Manchester beat Racine Southern 54-42.
And on the radio tonight, Dan and I are taking a trip to Athens to see Unioto take on Waverly at the Convo. That'll be an airtime of 8 p.m., with a tip-off at 8:15.
And you said you didn't make the trip to the Convo last year.
No, we did. We did it differently last year. I didn't usually go to the same games as you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I would go to separate games and then write stories, and I don't think I ever went to the Convo.
Well, if they're still doing it at the district level, check out the hospitality room.
Okay.
Free food.
I'm down.
I'm assuming that the district board still. That's not open for everybody. That's just media types like us. OSU men out on the left coast last night beat the Trojans of Southern Cal 87-82. And they come back now to Columbus after a big win. And the women, 89-78 over Michigan State to run the OSU women's home record to 15-0 this season.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty doggone good. That is a look at sports. When we come back, we're going to talk about a curly little girl that was the darling of the silver screen from 1935. All that's coming up on Litter Media Live.
First, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it. Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. You've heard me say many times on this program, I have the gold membership, which has maintenance. Well, Monday morning, I'm going to get the heating and cooling guys and the plumbing guys at the same time. I may have to introduce them. They're so big now, I may have to introduce the employees to each other to see if they know each other. But they'll do that for you. I tell you what, that maintenance agreement has been well worth it because on occasion, well, not only are they making sure that it doesn't break down, but every once in a while they catch something before it gets even more serious. It's worth giving Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing a call and make sure your comfort systems are where they should be in your home or business. 1935, at the 7th annual, this is how far this was. This was only the 7th year for the Academy Awards ceremony. 6-year-old ascendant Hollywood star Shirley Temple receives the first ever kid-sized juvenile Oscar. The trophy measured roughly half the height of the full-size Oscar. Temple's Hollywood career had shot into the stratosphere the year before, 1934, when the tot appeared in no fewer than 6 films, including Stand Up and Cheer, Little Miss Marker, Curly Top, and Bright Eyes. The latter featured one of her most famous songs, On the Good Ship Lollipop. But Shirley Temple gets a miniature Oscar on this date in 1935. Later, you said you've never seen a Shirley Temple movie.
No.
Well, she transitioned from child actress to, in her teenage years, she was still a hot commodity. She was in While You Were Away, which was a World War II heartbreaker. Family, their dad comes up missing in action. That was a good one. She was on there with, Colbert. Claudia Colbert was the mom. And then in 1948 with Cary Grant, Bachelor to Bobby Soxer. That was hilarious. That's a great movie. But she then married John Agar. I think Shirley was probably 18 or 19. John Agar was a well-known actor at the time. I don't know that their marriage lasted more than 10 or 15 years. But she ended up marrying a gentleman with the last name Black because she went by Shirley Temple Black. And she later became a United States ambassador to one of the nations over in Africa. I can't think in the top of my head which one it was. But, yeah, Shirley Temple, even into her adult years, still making news as a United States ambassador. But
and I told you I've had the drink. Sprite with grenadine. It's good.
Which is, of course, named after Shirley. I don't know if she ever drank that, but wonder why they call it Shirley Temple.
I don't know.
You have to look that up. All right. That's the way things wrap up today. Dan and Aaron will be with you tomorrow. Dan is on assignment tonight at the Convocation Center for the Unioto Shermans taking on Waverly's Tigers in the district championship for Division IV. That's an 8:15 tip-off, so they'll be on the air somewhere around 8 o'clock. And then I'll have Zane Trace against Minford tomorrow night with airtime at 6 o'clock. So that's all ahead. And Aaron will have your Petland Pet of the Week coming up here later today on Litter Media social media. So stay tuned for all of that. For Aaron Glandon, this is Mike Smith saying